Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for tomorrow's date, which is Monday, December 30th, going all the way until Sunday, January 5th. So this can be for any kind of a soul connection that you feel with another person, twin flame, soulmate, any other label. You're either going to resonate with the messages or you won't. So I'm going to be doing it from the perspective of the person watching this video. Doesn't matter if you are a male or a female. I'm going to be referring to your person as your person or this person. So literally anyone can watch the video. So let's just go ahead and jump into it, you guys. What I am using here today will be listed in the description box below as usual. And I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I shuffle each deck. The decks that I've created are available in my Etsy shop. And if you guys are international, email me and I'll send you a special link. The Orgonite that I wanted to use here today from Wing and Bell, which I'll list them down below, is the High Priestess Orgonite. I was just really feeling this vibe today, so I wanted to use this. So let's get into it. So the very first thing that we're going to focus on, you guys, is what is going on with your person at this particular time for this coming week. What's going on for them? Where are they at? Just what's happening in their lives. And so I'm using some different decks here today that I just felt called to use. So this one is called the Divine Circus Oracle. I just felt like using it. And then we're going to combine it with the Marchetti Tarot. This is created by Ciro Marchetti. Okay? So let's get into it. Where is your person? What is their overall energy for this coming week? What is their overall energy? With the energy of the good geisha. Interesting. So this particular card really reminds me of somebody who's just kind of like on good behavior. They might be, looking to please other people, do a good job. They might be somewhat in an energy where they're feeling a little, like they have to cooperate. Maybe they don't necessarily want to, but they feel like they have to. It's kind of like just to keep up appearances and things like that. So that's what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and grab some additional cards to clarify what might be going on for your person. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, so we have the energy of the sun. Let me just double check and make sure this entire deck is not reversed, and it's not. So it was meant to be reversed, you guys. Okay, so I am getting this energy here with the sun. The sun reversed to me is a card of feeling burned out, depleted, maybe not feeling as positive as we would like to feel. Maybe things are somewhat not illuminated or bright, or somebody's having a difficult time understanding everything. So it does make sense to me with this good geisha card. Again, somebody's just trying to do the best job that they possibly can, or they're just trying to perhaps please other people, but maybe what they're doing isn't exactly pleasing themselves. So there's some kind of energy that's going on. Now this is the card of being overwhelmed and burdened. But the thing that's interesting is that when it's in the reverse position, Ten of Wands, this is an indication that we want to drop a burden. We want to stop people pleasing. So I'm getting here for your person that they're tired of going with the flow. They're tired of doing something that's pleasing another person, or maybe it's a job. They're tired of living their lives inauthentically. They're tired of being the good little geisha. And so they're just at that point where they just want to start doing things that are going to make them happy. So I am seeing like this overall energy where your person might not be the happiest that they could be. And they're starting to see that maybe perhaps by living their lives for other people, it's not what's making them truly happy. That's what I'm seeing here with this. Okay, so now we have the King of Coins, you guys. So the King of Coins is somebody who definitely has what it takes in order to, take control of their lives and make certain things happen. So this is not somebody that's without skill. This is not somebody who can't do this. They absolutely can. They have the resources. They have the smarts about them. They have the ability to create these changes if they want to. Okay, and I do feel like your person does want to make some sort of change, and it might be also too, for some, if this resonates, they might be a provider for other people, meaning that they're taking care of family members, they're taking care of a family, they're taking care of children perhaps, maybe they're the breadwinner in a situation. And so again, this is something where they're just kind of going with they're just going with this, but it's not truly making them happy. That's what I'm seeing here. And it might also be that some of them are unhappy with their choice in career, and so they're looking to do something completely different. And see, now we have the Queen of Coins. I got to be completely honest with you guys. Sometimes people don't really like to hear, when we talk about third party, but this is only going to apply for those of you that are dealing with someone that has a partner. This Queen of Coins, to me, this is a partnership. This could be a husband and a wife, or it just could be a partnership. And this King of Wands, I'm sorry, I said King of Wands, King of Coins, this is a person who has got their life together. They have the ability to move forward and past this person or this situation. But this Queen of Coins could be somebody that relies upon their coins, relies upon their support. And this king is just becoming very overwhelmed and very depleted of their own energy on trying to please this Queen of Coins, or constantly thinking about this Queen of Coins and the obligation. So I feel like this coming week, your person is really thinking, perhaps, it's not about abandoning responsibilities or abandoning people, but it's more or less an energy of how can I lighten this burden? How can I start to take care of myself? How can I start to live my life for me? Okay, instead of being this person that's just going along with an unhappy situation. Interesting, okay? So I'm also getting too that this King of Coins person could also be feeling like they want this queen by their side, but unfortunately they don't have the, let's just say, the energy or the resources in order to make something happen right now. So they might just be kind of going along with life and not really making any big changes. That's the last message that came through. So take what resonates with you guys, okay? So that's what's going on with your person. So let's take a look and see what's going on with you. Okay, what are the energies that are happening for you at this time, the viewer? What is your overall energy? And the thing is, you already know what your overall energy is, which is sometimes why I don't do check in with that, but let's just do it anyways. Okay, Lady Luck, fantastic. So this is someone who is willing to take risks, willing to take a chance, do something different. This is definitely a very good card. So let's go ahead and get some additional energies here. Okay, so we have the, what is this, the Four of Coins. I love this. The Four of Coins is about letting go when it's in the reverse position. Four of Coins, Pentacles, is an energy when it's upright where we're really hanging on to something very tightly because we're afraid to let it go. We're afraid that if we let something go or make any changes that somehow we're going to lose. Well, the thing is, with Lady Luck, you're not afraid of change at all. Look at this. 4 + 1 is number 5. She's also holding a 50. So to me, number 5s are coming through here. 5s are challenging, but guess what? 5s promise change. So I feel like you guys coming into this reading this week are really looking perhaps to maybe even just start off the new year by letting go of things that no longer serve you, or letting go of something that you just feel like you could never live without. It's kind of like you're willing to take a risk and a chance and maybe break out of old paradigms and do something new to bring in fresh energy. That's what I'm feeling here. And we have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords are about your thoughts. It could even be for some of you guys that you are thinking about messaging perhaps this person. You're thinking about reaching out. Now, I'm never giving advice on my readings on what you should or shouldn't do. That's always up to the viewer to make those decisions on your own. But I'm just reading the energies. A lot of you guys might be thinking about perhaps taking a risk and reaching out to your person. Maybe you've been thinking about it for a long time and you're just like, the hell with it. I'm just going to throw caution to the wind and I'm just going to let go of any fear that I have and just put it out there and see what happens. Now we do have the Knight of Cups coming through, you guys. And the Knight of Cups is an energy of somebody who is, maybe not offering their cup of love, or they're closed off to some sort of an emotional, energy. So that's coming up. So let's get the last card too. There's 2 that wants to come up. I do want to tell you guys, with this Chariot and the Swords card, 10 of Swords, this is like the ending of something. I feel like you guys are going to make a decision to move forward and do what's right for you. Now, it could be that the decision that you decide to make is that you're done. You're done reaching out. For some of you, you might decide, throw caution to wind and reach out. But some of you, you might just be at a situation where you're just like, you know what? I've reached out many times. I'm tired of doing this. I'm not really getting any feedback. I'm not getting any reciprocation. And so you want to know what? I'm ready to leave this in the past and I'm ready to move forward with my life. So I'm not necessarily telling you guys that you're going to forget all about this person and you're off this journey and that you're just done. But what I am getting here is that you're willing to move forward and be determined to live your lives, especially if somebody just is not reciprocating or bringing any kind of offer to you. You're tired of holding on to something that really maybe isn't going anywhere at this point. And so there's nothing wrong with that. Releasing energy, there's nothing wrong with that. It's very empowering. It helps to perhaps shift energy into stagnant situations and to create some change. So I just feel like the overall message for you guys watching this video is that you're willing at this point to just kind of put yourself out there in a new, exciting way and no longer go into 2020 with the same energy that maybe some of you have been in for a while. So that's a really positive thing, okay? That's what this is. It's a very positive thing. So now let's go ahead and move forth and see what kind of energies are surrounding your person at this particular time. What energies are surrounding them? Let's take a look. We're going to go into my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. What energies are surrounding your person right now? What are their influences at this time? Whether it be from other people, karma, universal energies, what's around them. Okay, so we do have the energy Spirit of Envy. So, you know, the thing is, you guys, is that your person did have this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins energy around them, and it came through as the reversed Queen. So this Queen could be somebody who's all about the green, all about the money, all about the material. Somebody that's looking perhaps to really just stay miserable. They're very discontent. They don't want their partner, if that happens to be your person, to be happy. So they're willing to perhaps stay in a loveless marriage. They're willing to stay together just for financial reasons, even though they don't really truly perhaps love your partner or person. So I'm getting that kind of energy where there's a person that is with green, with envy. And I feel like this is this Queen of Coins. Now, this doesn't have to be a partner or a lover. This could be it could be a business partner. This could even be a family member, a sister, a cousin, a friend. I definitely get more of a feminine energy because of the Queen, but it doesn't have to be, okay? But yeah, somebody's discontent, resentful, and miserable, and they are not really wanting your person to move forward with their lives. And it's because of their own discontent. And it's not to blame this person or to give this person any more power, because sometimes when we come to a conclusion or we maybe find out or we see with our own eyes somebody around someone else that's creating issues, drama, and problems, we tend to really focus on that. And then we talk about it with all of our friends, we talk about it with all of our family members, and then we just keep feeding this situation. We keep feeding this person and giving them so much power to where what we're doing now is now we're just talking about this person all the time. Can you believe what such and such did? And then let's just say you think that this person is a narcissist or a psychopath or a sociopath, and so you do all this research about this person to figure out what makes them tick. And so now you're spending all of your time and all of your energy just basically continuously feeding this idea that this person has so much power over you and your partner or your person. And so it really doesn't do you any good to join in on their crap. Really try to just put them on ignore. Pull the plug, meaning like you're just completely insignificant. If my person is deciding to allow you to continue to be a part of their lives or to continue to influence their lives, that's not my job to show you or to tell you. It's your job on your own to discover that and figure out what you're going to do. But I'm out. I'm pulling the plug. I can't deal with it anymore. I'm out. So this is for family members and friends or siblings or other people in your friends, other people in your person's life that are, let's just say, causing issues, dramas, and trouble. Try to disengage as much as you possibly can, because again, the more that you focus on how bad this person is or how negative this person is, you end up actually becoming the problem yourself, because you're the person that's calling attention to the bad guy. I've been there many times, you guys, so I am speaking from personal experience. you end up being the asshole, and you're just like, wait a second, that's actually not at all how this was supposed to go, but somehow I've ended up the problem. Wow. People only see what they're ready to see, you guys. If they're not in your shoes experiencing things the way you're experiencing them, they're just not going to understand. And simply, people sometimes just do not care. Unless it's affecting them, they just don't give a shit. And so you're going to waste all of your time giving too much of a shit for yourself and for someone else that probably may not really care. So try to disengage from this person that might be affecting your person's life. Okay, so let's take a look and see what is the energies that are surrounding you, the person watching this video. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. Spirit of possession. Not all of these spirits, just so you know, are dark. This is a dark and light deck, but for some reason we have dark coming through here. There's some kind of an energy where we might be obsessive, okay? We might be obsessive. We might feel like we're just even possessed, like we can't let go. We have incubus, succubus, which is a feminine and masculine, basically a sexual demon. I know it sounds scary, but you know, it's with mythology. You guys could look that up. And then also sexual obsession. So again, I just get more or less this energy where we are obsessed, or we are just feeling somewhat just possessed at this point where we just can't stop doing something. Some of you guys may not be having issues with that, so disregard this portion of the reading. But we might be obsessed with someone else's issues, somebody else's problems. We might be so focused on this other person that we're really just losing sight of our own healing at this point. In a way, this queen has become a succubus, because I believe the succubus is the female demon that's just basically just plugged in. Look at this, plugged in and just now feeding, or we're feeding this demon. And I'm not talking literally, you guys, because I'm not all about the devil and evil and all that other crap. I don't want to hear it in the comments, but this isn't just a metaphor. A metaphor of what we are allowing ourselves to be possessed by. We're allowing this to happen. Nothing is happening to us, okay? Nothing is happening to you unless you allow it to. So if somebody is causing you so much distress and so much turmoil and just so much grief, it's because you are allowing that to happen. Because you're having a difficult time perhaps in disengaging, pulling that plug. I did talk about pulling a plug, and look at that. There is somebody that is plugged into you, you guys. There is something that is plugged into you. You've got to find a way to disengage from it. So whatever's going on here with your partner, I feel like you're very susceptible to it, and you got to find a way to disengage. Now, some of you guys, I'm going to tell you, pull the plug on social media. And what I mean by that is that if you guys are looking at your person on social media, pull the motherfucking plug, because it's not helping you, okay? It's not helping you. I'm not saying that that goes for everybody, but you know who I'm talking about. If this is resonating with you, watching their social media, watching this person, the person that's connected to your person's social media, it's not doing anything positive for you at all, and you know it. All it's doing at this point is it's taking away from your beautiful energy. It's taking away from your light at this point. So anyways, you guys, that is interesting the way that this is all coming through. So now let's take a look and see, what is your person's energy towards you? Okay, how are they seeing you? How are they feeling towards you at this particular time? What does that particular energy look like? Let's take a look here. We're going to go into this deck here. This is called the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. What is the energy that your person is holding towards you currently when they think about you? We have Wolf Moon. I will watch over you. Well, this is what I want to say, you guys, is that your person may actually be watching you. They might be watching you from afar, because this is the mental energy. So this is what's going on in their headspace. I will watch over you. Now, if you guys don't have social media or anything like that, so your person has no way of being able to view you on social media, that won't resonate with you, but I will watch over you, meaning like this person is still thinking about your connection. This person is still watching over your connection. Now, of course, this is an energy here that's connected to a specific moon, wolf moon. So that could be something significant, as in they really saw you around the wolf moon, or this would be the next wolf moon, or somebody is really seeing you. Now, it could also be your spirit animal is the wolf, and so there's this energy of protection. I'm also getting lone wolf. So if your person is alone, while they're alone, they're really thinking about you. They really have you in their mental space during these periods of time when they're in that state of solitude. What about their heart space? What does their heart space look like? Their emotions towards you. Okay, so we have Alice in a Sea of Tears, cast away, out of depth, feeling abandoned. So we definitely have an energy here that's kind of sad. We have 1, 1, 1. So there's a lot of ones here, you guys. So if you guys are seeing a lot of ones, to me, this is telling you that your person is really thinking about you and really feeling your energy during these periods when you're seeing 1s or 11s, okay? So they feel cast out. They feel out of your depth. They feel abandoned. They feel like perhaps maybe the two of you, there's just distance. There's a lot of things that may have created a lot of tears. So now they're just kind of drowning in their own sea of tears. It's a very sad, melancholy card is what I want to say. Interesting. What about their physical world energy? We have hedgehog love. Hedgehog love, positive, uplifting new friends. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, you guys, is that in their environment, because it does look to me like there might be a separation here. You guys are not exactly meeting eye to eye, or maybe not having a lot of communication. Another one, I have 11, 11, you guys here, okay? I also have 10 and 11, so 10, 11, sometimes in numerology, that could be a special message too. But for me, their overall energy, like in their physical world, I feel like they are making new friends. They're trying to find an uplifting approach. They're trying to be high vibe. They're trying to be positive in their energy. So again, even if they're not dealing with another partner, as in, you know, like a karmic partner that came up early on, this could just be the people that they have responsibilities with, such as jobs, bosses, partners, or maybe even family members, things like that. So they're trying to make new connections. They're trying to pull out of maybe unhappy or maybe even unhealthy, I guess, connections, and really trying to make new friends with new mindsets. It's kind of like adopting a new attitude or belief system. It's like it really helps you to see that maybe the existing people that you have around you, it's like a byproduct of your energy. And so if you're shifting energy, you're going to a lot of the time see that your friends and your interest in the things that you've always enjoyed doing are going to shift and change as well. So I feel like your person is kind of going through a transformation when it comes to their circle. And that's why the beginning cards came up the way that they did, which is an indication that maybe people pleasing and doing what other people want you to do isn't the best approach, and your person is starting to get burned out on the energy and really wanting to start to do things that they love to do. That's what I'm seeing here. They want to do things that they love to do. They want to be around people that love and support them. So if there are some people that don't really support them in their vision or in their dreams or their, you know, new set of beliefs or their new ways of wanting to, you know, just be, those are people that are obviously not authentic, and that we need to basically step away from. So I feel like your person is understanding something. What about the overall energy or the soul energy a person feels towards you? We have once upon a midnight dreary. Okay, interesting. Creativity, genius, writing, expression, artistic flow. So some of you guys may be dealing with somebody who is very artistic, and so they're expressing themselves either through writing or other creative works. But whatever, they might also, their overall energy towards you might also be that they're writing to you, but they're not necessarily sending you this message. But they're thinking about it, or it's therapeutic for them to write something out on what they would say to you. And I feel like there's something that's happening at night with your person, as in at night they're up thinking about you, like when the moon is out, where there's darkness, it's kind of like they're really reflecting. They're really reflecting over your connection and you. So their energy towards you is somewhat melancholy, but it's also kind of churning this melancholy energy into something positive and healing, if that makes sense. So if they're not able to be with you for whatever reason, or you guys have just been in separation for a while, they're kind of like going through some transformation and healing where they're using your connection as a way to reflect on their past and to help them to become a better person. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. So we already know your energy towards your person, or at least you do. So we're not going to go into that. So let's go ahead and see what's happening on your connection. What are the connective energies here for your person and you? Okay. What are the energies for your connection? So we're going to go into this deck here, which is my Twin Flame Tarot. And let's combine, Twin Flame Oracle, and then we're going to combine it with my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. What are the connective energies? What are some of the connective energies between you and your person? Okay, so we have received. Okay, I want you guys to know that somebody has received healing. They're recovering. I do sense this for your person, okay? The person you're watching this video for is undergoing some sort of spiritual transformation and recovery and healing. And even if they're not showing signs of that, because they're still perhaps doing the same things, or they're still surrounding themselves in the same old energy with the same old people, does not mean that they're not feeling that on a deep level, to where they're not starting to see what it is that they want and what it is that they're truly desiring. So just that's why it's never really a good idea to base any kind of facts on what you see on social media or hearing it from someone else, because unless you're speaking to the person themselves, like, you're not really going to get a good energy vibe, or even like a read on it, or just you're not going to know the facts. So really try to understand that your person is at this point doing the best that they can do, and they are receiving the healing and recovery that they need. So everything is happening to them at the right, correct time. And even if it's not in the way you see fit, it is still happening. That's what I want to say. It's still happening. We have energy of the material world. Okay, you guys, Five of Pentacles. So in the material world, somebody feels abandoned. Somebody feels isolated and alone. This already came through. So in your connection here, it does look like while people are feeling this feeling of being shut out, isolated and alone, not maybe perhaps speaking or coming together, that there is some sort of healing and recovering that's being received. So it is just a message from Spirit telling you to please understand this. Even though right now it might be a difficult time, please understand that things are happening exactly the way that they're supposed to. Just please remember that. Yeah, see, there's a lot of people that are drawn to my readings that are in separation and challenge. I believe I just got a comment, I can't remember when it was, maybe it was last night, and there was nothing wrong with this comment. It was just literally somebody saying, how come your readings never talk about union? And it's not that my readings don't ever talk about, the possibility of coming back together, but people that are usually watching readings are not watching readings on people that you're in a union with somebody. The way that I want to say this without sounding like an asshole is that if you're in union, why the hell would you watch a reading? I mean, live your life, experience your union. Do not go searching for things and take the temperature of what's happening within your union. Like, experience it and live it. If you're not with somebody, then you obviously have a lot of questions because you don't know. So that would make sense why you would be coming to a reading. So I've always been drawn to channel for people that are in separation or challenged. Now, that doesn't mean it has to be a complete and total separation, even though I do readings on that specific label. But most of my readings are going to be more or less on the challenges that you're experiencing through separation. So that's why this is coming through, is because it's just kind of confirming that there is a separation here. And during this period of separation in the 3D world, people are receiving the healing that they need in order to recover. Okay? Fantastic. So you guys are connected even though you're not together in the 3D world. You're connected by the soul contract. So we have another number 11, you guys, that is coming up. And a lot of 11s or 1s just came through here. We had the 1, we had the 10, we had 31, and we also have 11. So a lot of 1s and 11s are coming through. And 1s just in general have to do with a brand new beginning and a fresh new start. But number 1s to me as a reader really indicate our own energy. It indicates the self. It indicates, that's like the magician's energy. The magician is about the tools that you have in front of you and what are you going to do with those energies. What are you going to do now that you have all of those tools? What are you going to create? What are you going to manifest? So it's up to us what experiences we're going to have next. So that's what I'm getting here for this particular card lineup, is that the number 1 and 11 is very significant, because also 11s, especially 1111, has to do with an awakening, and also has to do with ascension and being on the correct path towards ascension. So everything is happening, you guys, exactly the way that it's supposed to. Sometimes I do get comments that, you know, it's just a waste of time. I don't know why I'm wasting my time. Well, the thing is, that's your own ego getting in the way because things are not happening in the way that you see fit at this time. But Spirit's saying everything is happening exactly the way that it's supposed to, but you don't have enough trust or faith, or you're not doing the work. You're solely focusing on this other person rather than yourself. If you're focusing on yourself and just focusing on living your best life, you're not worried about when you and this person are going to come together, because you just know that what's meant for you is going to come for you. Okay, that's true mastery right there. That's true healing. We're not focused or relying on another person to bring you that fulfillment. Yes, it would be great, but you're not living your life for it. You know, so you may come to these readings because you're really looking for, you know, how to heal throughout this connection, this process that you're feeling with this person. But you're not necessarily coming to this reading to figure out, well, when are we going to come back together? Because I'm here to tell you, sadly, I'm not going to be able to tell you when you and another person are going to come together. It's just not going to happen, because that's just not what I can tap into. That's not what anyone can truly, truly tap into. So anyways, that is what's happening, you guys. Healing and recovery are happening right now on your journey, whether you see it or not. Just have faith in that. Everything is happening exactly the way that it's supposed to, period. So what is your person's biggest fear, okay? What is their biggest fear and challenge at this time? Let's go into my twin flame shadows. What are they currently struggling with the most? What is your person currently struggling with the most? Okay, so we have misguided. So I feel like your person may have gone down a particular path, okay? Now, this could resonate with some of you. Maybe you guys were together and then they decided, you know what? I'm either not happy. This isn't what I'm looking for. I want something different. I want something else. I have something else that I have to do, whatever, right? This right here is the Tarot of the Vampires. So they were misguided though. When they got there to their destination, it wasn't what they expected. That grass was not greener on the other side. When they got to where they were going, they still didn't feel fulfilled. They still didn't get the answers that they were looking for. It just didn't happen. So that's why I feel like your person right now is on this new journey of self-discovery, of kind of having to start over from scratch. That's how we learn in life, you guys. Sometimes we have to hit a roadblock in order to discover something. So let's get some more messages. Oh my gosh, I love this. We have the Star. This is spiritual. Your person had to make a particular choice and hit a roadblock or a dead end to find their way. The Star is about universal guidance. This is about divine guidance. This is about a blessing. This is also about healing. So your person had to go down a current or a specific road and experience something, and it might have been unhappy or unfulfilling in order to get to where they're going now. So really, if you think about it, this misguided energy that might seem like a mistake, there are no mistakes, period. Okay, it's just the choices that you make. The choices that you make. There's really no right or wrong way. It's just about what you are experiencing. So your person had to go down this road to have a particular experience. It doesn't feel good for them. It doesn't feel fulfilling. And now they are turning back around and they're headed in the, you know, in a more enlightened direction, I should say. A direction that feels much more positive for them. We have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is a card of confusion. I feel like, you know, the Seven of Cups, of course, is a card of wanting to have a bunch of options open, not wanting to settle down, being very just kind of all over the place, not maybe wanting to be committed. So this could be somebody who wanted to keep their options open. They didn't want to commit. They didn't want to just settle down with just you. So again, they had to go down a certain road, maybe perhaps to find out the grass wasn't so green on the other side. It didn't really bring them the satisfaction they thought that it would. Now, the Seven of Cups is our dreams. It's our dreams, it's our hopes, it's the fantasies, the castles in the sky. So I feel like your person might have had a lot of dreams, and so they went after a particular dream. And again, it didn't bring them the happiness they thought it would. We have the Three of Skulls. Now, the Three of Skulls, you guys, is the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is an energy here where this has something to do with work. So I do feel like that was a specific message. Some of them had particular dreams in the material world, and they thought that the material or the success or perhaps the fame or recognition was going to make them happy. And it actually just, it's not that it didn't bring them any source of happiness, but it still didn't fulfill them. They still didn't find what they were looking for. And we have the Nine of Swords, you guys. So what your person right now is most struggling with, or what they're most afraid of, is their own self. That's what the Nine of Swords is. The Nine of Swords are our own thoughts. The Nine of Swords is kind of trying to work through what's real and what's not real. So your person right now is trying to kind of get through illusion. They're trying to get through their fears and illusions right now because they've made some choices that have led down a particular road. Now they're almost in a way afraid to make choices because they're afraid they're going to be misguided again. So that's why your person is on the mend, on the healing and recovery journey right now. And that might be one of the reasons why they are either wanting to be alone at this time, or they're wanting to step away from any just energies that just aren't suiting them. I just feel like your person wants to start making the best choices for themselves that are going to feel healthy, that are going to bring them fulfillment, because they've been lacking that for so long. But again, they had to go through this crap in order to get to the other side. That's just what I'm seeing here. So their biggest fear is their own thoughts. It's almost like self-sabotage. They're afraid to sabotage themselves. They're afraid to be misguided again. It's almost like what I'm getting here is that they might not 100% be trusting this new path that's opening up for them. So they're still trying to navigate it and find their way. They're still trying to make sure that it's not fantasy based. They're trying to trust what guidance they're being given or the signs that they're being given at this time. So they're still working through that. All right. So now let's see, what does your person most want with you in this connection? So if they can have anything with you or say anything to you at this particular time, what would that be? Okay. What would that be? What would your person want most with you at this time? If your person could have anything, say anything, do anything, what would it be? This right here is called the Tarot brand Lux by Chiro Marchetti. So we're going to also combine this here with my Twin Flame Messages Volume 2. Volume 1 is sold out right now, you guys, which is a great deck, but Volume 2 is a great alternative, okay? You are special to me even though I told you otherwise. So you could be dealing with someone who literally never told you how special you really were, okay? They may have told you, you know what, I just got carried away, or I didn't mean what I said, or actually, you know what, it wasn't as great as I said it was. I mean, seriously, there could be some kind of energy where somebody really downplayed how they told you certain things or what they felt at one time and downplayed it later on. Wow, Six of Wands. Your person wants you to recognize, because that's what the Six of Wands is to me, recognition. Recognize that you are special. So the one thing that they feel towards you the most right now, and what they would want to say to you if they could right now, is they would want you to know how special you actually really are to them, even though they told you otherwise. That's beautiful. What else? I thought about reaching out to you, but then I've stopped myself. I do feel like this person is writing something, okay? They either write a text or they write, hold on for just a second. I got to get rid of this pop-up here. Okay. This person is writing something to you. It's either a text, they think about writing you something, an email maybe, or just even calling you, but then they stop themselves. So again, they could say anything to you. You know, they think about reaching out to you. What does this look like? Wow. I'm telling you here, this person is telling you, I have not let you go. They would tell you this. Even though you think I've let you go, even though you don't think you're special to me, you are. So I've thought about reaching out to you, but then I stopped myself. Your person also wants you to know, with that Four of Coins energy, is that it might feel a little bit like they're afraid. They're afraid to let go. They're afraid to basically reveal. They're also afraid to perhaps let go of what they feel like they can count on, which would be practical things. You know, money, career, or stability. Now, their stability might be surrounded with just unhappy, miserable situations, but it's still a safety net for them. Because the thing is, when you decide that you're no longer wanting to accept a situation just because it's safe, it's very scary to break away from that and really put yourself out there on the line, because you don't know how it's going to unfold. So sometimes people will choose that instead. They'll choose a safe, you know, just kind of boring, lifeless situation over putting themselves out there to experience the ultimate happiness. So I feel like your person is telling you here, I've thought about reaching out to you, but then I kind of hold on to my safety net. I kind of think to myself, well, maybe this is better for me to just stay miserable. Maybe it's better for me to just hold on to my ego, or hold on to what I can control, which is my coins, my own life, my own self. Okay? Last message. I'm really bad at commitment. What's interesting here is that I did see this early on in this reading, where somebody really could have been misguided when it comes to, you know, commitment. They've gone down a certain path, they thought it's what they wanted, and then the grass wasn't so greener on the other side. Your person could have said this to you, I'm really bad at commitment, right? I'm really bad at commitment, and you were just like, well, it's not going to apply to me. Yeah, see, look at this, 10 of Coins. The 10 of Coins is the ultimate happiness. I'm kind of getting as well, what your person is telling you here is that you are special to them, and they would reach out to you, but they might still be in this energy of, and it's not like they don't want to be with you and commit to you, but they might not feel like they can conventionally do something. They might be a person that is not interested in getting married again, or maybe they don't want to have children. They have a hard time with tradition, because that's what the Hierophant is to me, but also the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is about family traditions. So they might not really follow the rules of traditional, like, society, of marriage and commitment. It doesn't mean that they wouldn't be true or that they wouldn't love you, but there might be something that they're still like wanting to let you know, that I'm still not the best at this commitment when it comes to marriage, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to be with you. So for some of you, you just could be dealing with a person that just has it in their mindset that marriage ruins everything, or they don't want to follow in the same footsteps that their parents did, that they have some sort of an issue with it still. So they're telling you that they're still really bad at the concept of traditional viewpoints and traditional situations. But the other things that they have to say to you really tell me that they want to reach out to you, and that you are special to them, and they want you to recognize it. But just because they're scared perhaps of this doesn't necessarily mean, I mean, you could have be with somebody that is really afraid because they've gone through a terrible divorce where somebody, they had to just, they were taken to the cleaners financially. I'm also getting that too. They're afraid to share or combine their money with someone again. And that doesn't make somebody a bad person. It just means that, you know, when you go through a situation, it's not always easy to snap out of it and not have those same fears, right? And it doesn't mean just because somebody has fears that they don't care for you or that they don't love you. It's just that where they're at in their own level of healing, right? Some people are just not ready to let go of the fear. And then you, of course, have to make a decision on whether or not that's going to work for you or not. But this person has a lot of practical energy that they're coming towards you with. And so they'd want to bring you practical energy, kind of like, you know, this is kind of who I am. This is what I want to say. But at the same time, I want you to know that I still have passion for you and that I still see you as somebody very special in my life. So that's what they'd want to say to you, okay? That's what they'd want to say to you. I almost feel like if they're going to do it, if they're going to either marry or they're going to live with someone and kind of spend out the remainder of their years with somebody, you would be the person that they would consider for that position. So there's something special about you that they would consider you for that role in their life above other people, if that makes sense. I just feel like I want to get just a couple more. I'm just feeling it. Couple more energies from this person to you. What else do they want to say to you? I still remember the good times that we shared. Hanged Man. Okay, so the thing is, even though your connection might be on hold right now, they still have that, you know, those recalling those memories of the good times that you guys shared. That's beautiful. So it's kind of like it's still suspended somewhere in time. It's still suspended in their memory somewhere. They still think about it. It's still hanging around, you guys. The memory of you is still hanging around. That's what it is. It's still hanging around. It's never left their mind. They might have gone down a certain road, but man, I also have too, I know it might be too late by the time I figure things out. So again, your person is on a journey. Your person is trying to figure shit out big time. But again, like they're not trying to jump the gun and come back into your life like right now and make contact with you. They're trying to make sure that if they do reach out to you, like they're actually ready. Like they don't want to screw up your life. They don't want to offer you nothing. They want to be able to bring you something of value. So it's kind of like they might be holding back until they're able to do so. So they're still trying to figure things out. And they are, of course, a little afraid that it might be too late by the time they figure things out, right? We have the Two of Coins. Yeah, the Two of Coins is about somebody who's just kind of going back and forth, not sure. This is about somebody who, again, is not making a decision about your connection right now. They're not making a decision to reach out to you. Nothing is firm or solid just yet when it comes to making a decision. They're still taking time to review things. That's the Hangman's energy. They're still trying to basically see things from a new perspective. So your person knows that they have issues. They do. They know that they have issues, and that's why we had in the earlier on in the reading, recovery and healing. They know that your person is still recovering. That's what I want to tell you. They are still recovering. And it doesn't mean that you can't be with them, and it doesn't mean that your connection won't be successful, but why not wait for this person to have more recovery time under their belt before you guys come back together? That's what I want to say. And same thing goes for you. Maybe you have some things that you need to recover first. Maybe you need to recover your personal power. Maybe some sort of power that you've given away to other people. Maybe you need to recover or even discover your life's purpose, your mission here. And sometimes when we're with someone else, we can get lost in that connection. And so sometimes being single and being alone, or maybe even being heartbroken, per se, is like a motivational power that just kind of gets that firecracker into our ass and motivates the hell out of us. So that's not always a bad thing. All right, let's move forward. So let's take a look now and get the energy here of what is the possible future energies? Okay, so moving forward, what are some possible future energies? Actually, no. When your person thinks about you, I want to see this. Because there's lots of decks that I pulled out. And I'm like, wait a second, I didn't use these decks yet. What is the energy? What is the person when they're thinking about you? Because we can see that they're really thinking about you at night. Dreaming about you, thinking about you. I want to get 3 cards that depict what might be going on in their dreams or in their thoughts about you. This is the Oracle of Visions by Chiro Marchetti. Wow, they've definitely seen you as someone who is very attractive, somebody who has transformed and grown. That is amazing. This is also, to me, it's like the 2 eggs in that basket are a pair. So they do see you as somebody who, if they do settle down or they do end up with somebody in the long run, it's going to be you. So they see you as very, very beautiful. Wow. They're looking in on you, you guys. I keep getting this. They are literally looking in on you. When you guys they're dreaming about you too. I mean, that just goes to confirm here. That confirms that they're dreaming about you. When you guys are sleeping, they're thinking about you. They're dreaming about you. Or they're looking at you. Oh, they got some sexual desires about you too. I have 11 and 11, you guys. 29 and 47. That's 11, 11. So to me, this is a very spiritual connection. This is somebody that they feel of a very strong bond towards. This is somebody who, I mean, they feel something very special and significant with you. But they did a good job of telling you otherwise. How sad, right? How sad that you've had to go through however long the separation has been, wondering or made to believe that this person just didn't care or never cared about you. How sad. But you want to know what? Sometimes that's the best trigger in order to open up wounds, in order for you to heal. This right here is called, what is this called? Queen of the Moon Oracle. Okay. Queen of the Moon Oracle. So what is this beautiful energy here that we have? Let's clarify that. That beautiful energy, this goddess energy, just beautiful. We have self-reflection. Wow. Okay, you guys. So this is an energy here where when they see you, they see the reflection. So there's something about you where they feel like they belong with you. I'm not trying to blow sunshine up your ass or create some sort of fantasy, but that's what it's saying to me. They see themselves in you. There's some kind of mirror that they're looking at when they look at you. They feel like you guys belong together, okay? What is this energy here dreaming about you or watching you? We have boundaries. Okay, so what I want to tell you guys is that they are reluctant to reach out to you because they might feel like you have certain boundaries in place or that you're unavailable or that they don't want to put you in a situation where you're going to have to put your boundaries up with them. So they might not feel ready, okay? And what about the sexual energy of the devil? We have creation. Wow. This is an energy here that's talking about creating something with that. To me, this is sex. This is pure sex, creation, creative. I'm getting here, they use their darkness, they use their fears, they use their pain, but they also use their passion in order to create something. I did get an artist vibe from this reading that you're dealing with somebody who is creative. And so they might be using your energy to create something. Okay, might come through as shadow work, but to me, I'm just seeing that this is definitely an opportunity for them to reflect on themselves. It's almost like you help them become a better person. Whatever you've experienced with them, they're also experiencing with you. So whatever healing or whatever triggers you've had to go through, they've gone through very similar energy. Did you know that? You probably maybe felt it or sensed it, but I feel like in this reading it's confirming for you that that's what's happening here. Your person has definitely gone through some major transformative situation and energy, and it has to do with you. It has to do with what happened between the two of you. Wow, such a deep reading today. So let's get possible future energies, you guys. What are some upcoming energies that we might expect from your person? This right here is called the Alchemical Tarot by Robert Place. These are not on Amazon. These are straight from his website. So I'll put that down below. What are some possible future energies? Where are things headed in this connection? Okay, so we have the Nine of Fire. The Nine of Fire is an energy here where we're feeling kind of like, you know, it's been a long road. There's this energy of wanting to also protect ourselves. So still people with their guard up. Yeah, Ten of Swords. I almost feel like people are unable to get up off the ground and really start something here. And then we have the King of Coins. The King of Coins came up at the very beginning of this reading, so I know that this is the person that you're watching this video for. They still feel like they can't get up, but we have this open book. That open book is there because there's still some wisdom to be acquired, and there's still something to learn here, okay? So they're still going through cycling out energies or cycling out situations and things that aren't serving them in a positive way. So again, they're still going through the recovering and healing. And we have the energy of the moon. So the moon is all about going within, subconscious. This is also about our dreams, following our intuition. So it's kind of like this feeling of not knowing where it's all headed, not knowing where we're going. So you might be dealing with someone who's really focused in the material world, and that's not a bad thing. That seems to be a source of stability for them. So they just need to basically work their stuff out while they're in that energy. And then I have the Queen of Cups though. The Queen of Cups is the one that holds the key. So to me, the King of Coins came up with the Queen of Coins in reversed. So they've got to get past either a particular person in their life or a mindset of what happiness has been told to them was. They have to get out of an idea. You might be dealing with somebody who the idea of a person who, you know, had all the qualities of being a great wife or a great partner or a great mother, or somebody that your family and your friends were just like, oh my God, this person is so perfect for you. And the King of Coins has realized, actually, no. I mean, yeah, this person has all these qualities, but there's still something that's missing. Well, this Queen of Cups is you guys. This Queen of Cups is actually holding that vessel. And it doesn't mean that this King of Coins can't be happy without you, this Queen, but you hold something special that no one else has been able to deliver to this King. And so he's in this energy of the moon, trying to navigate through this darkness, his shadows, trying to cycle out energies that he's kind of determined to fight through the dark side, fight through the shadow, fight through to come towards, you know, that enlightenment. So he's on his way, is what I'm seeing here. He's on his way, most definitely. The energy, for some reason, of Cancer is coming through. The moon, obviously, rules Cancer, but the Queen of Cups, vessels are summer, so I'm getting this energy here around June or July. So it doesn't mean that something most definitely will happen, but I feel like there's some kind of an energy or maybe even conclusion within the next 6 months on the horizon. So there's that, you guys. So let's go ahead and end this reading now, because it looks like we are on an hour. Let's end this reading with just some messages from Spirit, some guidance that they want to give to you, okay? So let's go into my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. What are some signs that Spirit wants to leave you with? I love this. This actually just came up in today's reading. Just so you guys know, when I post the 6 cards with the decks that I've created, mostly every single day, I'll usually take 1 day off a week. Usually it's Sundays, but I didn't do it this week because I took off Christmas Day. But I like to give a little bit of a break in the energy. But this came up in today's reading, and I sit there with all 6 cards and I really meditate on it. And some people actually like that style more. They find more from that 6 card pull than they even do in these live or not live, but you know, these readings on camera, which I love the feedback. It's so fantastic. Thank you, guys. But yeah, that came up. There is some kind of hidden knowledge here. Now, the moon just came up, you guys. The moon are things that are hidden, and we have to discover things through the darkness. So there's some sort of there's a pearl, hidden knowledge to be discovered on this journey. So they're letting you know that somebody just has to find it. And that was really the message. It's all about dreams, and it was all about people that were dreaming about one another, and the answers are in the dreams, but it's like we've got to find it and figure it out. This person is dreaming about you. We already got that in this reading, so it's all connected. Ooh, we have the energy of Forbidden. Ooh, and we have the energy of Guardian Angel. So the fact that I'm seeing kind of like this dark and light energy immediately, this is Spirit's way of saying to you that, you know, whatever it is that isn't happening or whatever is not meant for you, you're being protected. So it could be that a rejection at this time is for your own protection, even though it might not feel that way, but it is. So it's your angel's way or Spirit's way of telling you that there's just certain things that are being hidden from you at this time because it's forbidden at this time, okay? It doesn't mean it's bad, or it doesn't mean it's you know, the best thing, it just kind of means that it's about timing is what I'm seeing here. There's like too many things that are just all looped around. There's too many twists. There's too many turns. There's too many knots. There's something that's knotted up right now that needs untangling. And so again, this untangling can only happen through time and through this journey of finding the answers and the wisdom on how to untangle this. So that's what they want to leave you with. You're being protected just like your person is being protected on this journey. All right, so this right here is called the Shirley Serenity cards. So let's go ahead and get an overall theme. We have the energy of surrender. I love that. I love the message of surrender. And this right here is called, what is this called? Soul Purpose cards. So surrender. Let's see what the message is. This is like advice from Spirit. What is our message with surrender? Message of surrender. I love this. It says relating to your partner or just people. It says being caught up in other people's opinions. That's what we need to surrender, you guys. We need to surrender being caught up in what other people think. But this also goes for your person. Your person might be caught up in what other people think. I literally just said that. They might be caught up with what other people think is best for them. You know, a particular person or partner or job or way of life. Oh, this is the perfect thing for you. Oh, you know, whatever. And your person's just like, yeah, but I'm not in love, or that's not what I want, or it's not my passion. Giving to others and neglecting the self. Again, the spirit of the geisha, the good little geisha came up early on in the reading for your person. Your person going along with what other people want instead of giving to themselves. Being busy being Mr. or Mrs. Nice. Again, good little geisha. The good little geisha does what other people want. They say yes when they mean no. Over concern with fairness and justice. So also we need to surrender. Remember, a lot of darkness came through when we were too busy worrying about other people and what they're doing or what they're not doing. Trying to be the judge or the karmic, what's the word? Just like that person that's delivering the karma that they feel somebody else deserves. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time in that energy. You're never going to get anywhere. Life doesn't work like that. Usually, sometimes, okay? And I've experienced this myself, and I think I've actually gotten this delivered to me before, and I'm just like, man, people that know what's happened to me, they must just be sitting back and going, good, that bitch deserved it. I've also had the pleasure of getting to experience that myself. It's quite gratifying. And it's not that you wish that on people, but when people have fucked you over, let's just be honest. It sometimes does feel good knowing that certain things are falling apart, or perhaps that maybe they're having to learn the hard way after what they've done to you. But the thing is, when we're overly concerned with somebody getting theirs and we're just sitting back and we're wishing for it, we're praying on it, hell, maybe we're even casting spells on it, which is just the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Let just the natural laws of karma deal with it. Because the thing is, what you think is just may not be spiritually balanced or just for the person that needs to learn a particular lesson, okay? Maybe somebody's rejection of you, maybe that was the best damn thing for you. So they're not necessarily going to be punished for rejecting you. Now, if they were an asshole about it, that might be a different story. Maybe something will happen to where they'll be made to feel a certain way through another rejection that they experience. I mean, that could be the case as well. But we can't sit back and wait for karma to happen, you guys. So that's what they're saying. Overly concerned with fairness and justice, you're just wasting your time. Live your life. Don't put your life on hold. Don't give more energy to your enemies or people that have wronged you. Put more energy into yourself. The best revenge is to just move on with your life and succeed and be happy. That's the best revenge if you need revenge. Codependency in relationships. You know, again, we can see, especially when we tapped into your person's energy, that there might be a codependent situation, as in they might feel like they have to take care of other people. So there's codependency. But this could also be your own energy, where maybe you're codependent in certain relationships. So there's still healing and recovery that needs to be done. Codependency is at the root of all addiction. Literally, it's at the root of all alcoholics. It's at the root of all addicts, is codependency. So that's the thing, is if there's things that are going awry in our lives, we have to be able to get to the root. And the root usually is how we were raised, how we dealt with our parents. You know, it's not all about always being able to relate things to our childhood, but let's face it, most of it does come from our upbringing. And it doesn't have to be a negative experience, you guys. You guys could have had the most wonderful, loving parents, but guess what? Maybe one of those loving, just most comforting parents, maybe they were just a little too overly supportive and maybe even enabling. So, I mean, just because things were not negative and like what I'm saying is abusive or neglectful doesn't necessarily mean that there couldn't have been some sort of an imbalance there. Harmonizing at all costs. You know, that's the thing, is sometimes we all, and I said this in my last video, sometimes we all want to say, love and light, everything's fine, I'm totally fine. You know, we don't give ourselves permission to be pissed. We don't give ourselves permission to feel dark, have dark thoughts. Well, the thing is, we don't have to stay in that energy, right? But we don't have to be all, you know, I forgive you for what you did to me. Bullshit. No, you don't. You don't forgive someone in the 2 minutes that they've done something to you, unless maybe you are, you know, some sort of an ascended master. And I think that at that point you wouldn't even be here amongst the living in 3D anymore. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's the point. This is the reason that we're here, is to get to that level. You know, maybe some of us will be lucky to get to that level. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but the majority of us are not going to forgive somebody in 2 minutes of them doing something shitty. It's just not going to happen. It's not possible. So we're harmonizing at all costs. We need to stop pretending like everything is okay. We don't have to act like everything is wrong, but give yourself permission to heal. And if that means that you've got to work out some things, and maybe some of those things are negative, maybe some of those things are, you know, whatever, you've got to allow yourself to, you know, clear, purge. Last one, having a tit for tat attitude. Whew, this is a difficult one. This is a difficult one for me, for sure. So what I want to say about this is that it's very easy, you know, when certain things happen. So let's just say somebody's coming at you with a problem, right? Because none of us are perfect. Somebody's coming at you with an opinion or a problem. Like, you know, I just want you to know that you really hurt me. You really hurt me when you said this, or I don't like the way that you do this. It's making me feel uncomfortable. And you're thinking to yourself, who the hell do you think you are? Do you know that you did this and you did that? And you said this one time and it really hurt me, and da 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 da. It's very easy to get into that energy. It really is, okay? But the more that you're balanced and the more that you're working on harmonizing yourself and healing yourself, you're going to feel less inclined to have that tit for tat attitude. The little shit that people do aren't going to bug you as much, okay? The thing, you're not going to feel the need to constantly balance those scales and basically give your opinion on every single thing. I just, you know, I'm always throwing my own stuff out there because I always want you guys to know that I am working on my bullshit all the time. I am definitely not perfect, nor do I ever, you know, claim to be. I'm more shadowy than I am light. I always say that, okay? Because it's freaking true. But the thing is, I mean, it's sometimes difficult because there's a lot of things that I feel like people should own up to, and that people should, you know, let's talk about this. And there's some conversations that just aren't going to go that way. They're not going to be balanced. You're not going to deal with somebody that's going to take responsibility for their bullshit too. So what I have to say to that is just let's just agree to disagree and not being in each other's lives. To me, that just actually is a fix it. You know, it's not a diss. It's not a I hate you. It's a we just don't need to really move forward anymore together, and that's cool. You know, I'll go my way, you go your way, and we'll learn. And who knows, maybe that'll change later. But my point is that as long as you're applying the wisdom on how to just better yourself on a daily basis, you're not going to fall into these traps constantly. living your life where you're constantly on the defense and you're constantly having to explain yourself and you're constantly just pissed off at the world and all the injustices that are going on, that's a just miserable existence, okay? Miserable existence. So for some reason, that is the last message. How you guys relate to other people has so much to do with how you relate to yourself. So if you're not feeling balanced, the relationships that you have are not going to be balanced either. So it's time for you to surrender all this unhealthy shit. And it's not about being perfect, you guys, but you've got to start somewhere. You've got to have a daily practice. And for some of you, it might even be a recovery program, Codependence Anonymous. Maybe it's some other structured type of a healing program. Maybe it's counseling for some, you know, who knows? Maybe it's some sort of a support group or a creative group or a group of people that you get together with and you do something that just makes you feel good. It could even be church for some of you. Who knows? Whatever speaks to you, whatever's going to help to bring more balance and peace into your life is what Spirit's saying for you to embrace. So I hope that you guys enjoy that reading. Thank you so much for watching. And if you didn't, no problem. There's always next week. All right, take care. Bye-bye.